Hello, Virgo. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Okay, Virgo, so straight up, what is it that you need to do to stop thinking about a past situation so that you can heal? That's straight up what the message is for some of you. You can't go back to yesterday is talking about being in a past situation, constantly talking about it, thinking about it, and you needing to let that go now. And the underworld, it's interesting to me constantly seeing death show up in so many different ways where the old way is over with now. All of us need to start making that transition and doing the inner work and creating that inner transformation that needs to happen. But for you, whatever this situation was, it's got you caught up. Now, the other part of that, though, it talks about how the only reason why you should ever talk about your past is to tell a story in order to teach. If you're going back and you're thinking negatively about the past, that's where the underworld is coming in and the healing that needs to take place. But for others of you, you're already making that transition and you're wanting to get past a situation. And again, for some of you, it is needing to learn healing practices. And that could be for others, not just you, right? It's interesting because I had somebody in the comments talk about always talking about the past. And the first thing I thought was, well, isn't everything that's reflected to us in the present moment the result of what we thought in the past? And everybody seems to be going through this issue. But I think it's a good thing, right? Because sometimes you have to take that step back before you can move forward. All right, Virgo, the overall, the Ace of Wands, perfect. Perfect. So one of the things that I talk about with the aces is that, we look at these, first of all, as new beginnings. With the Ace of Wands, you're talking about passion. But what you do with this, for better or for worse, is what's going to determine how things start developing in your life, the things that you start manifesting. But this could be something brand new that you're dealing with right now that you have a lot of passion for. But it's good to see the beginning of a new cycle. In the past, the devil, bye-bye. Like, no. Okay, so toxic people, toxic situations. Again, it's better the devil you know. There's comfort there. And we have a tendency to keep going back because it's familiar. But this is the past for you. But whatever this was, it wasn't a healthy situation with the devil. Okay, in the present moment, the Queen of Cups, and that's a good place to be. But if you have this kind of negative situation coming back from the past that has a tendency to pull you back in, it will do so through your emotions, because the Queen of Cups can be easily swayed. Now, for some of you, this is the healing energy, right? Self-love. Being very in tune with your emotions and being nurturing of others. And it may be that for some of you, this is somebody that you care about, that may be going through a really rough time. But we'll see here. Future conditions, the Six of Wands, perfect. So there's the victory, right? And recognition for doing the right thing. And if this is about you, I think that you understand how you feel now, which is why whatever this is showing up as the devil, because you're seeing it for what it is. It's not a specific past situation. It's just all you need to know is it was bad, right? That's what I feel like you're telling me. It was just bad. We'll leave it at that. But you're in a better place emotionally, and then you have victory coming out in this brand new beginning. This is why I said that if something negative is coming back through that has a tendency to pull you in, it'll do so by your emotions. Your best path to follow, the Queen of Swords, you need to cut that off. If you're dealing with somebody that is constantly looking for your emotional support or attention, this may be where they need to be handed the truth in order for there to be a new beginning. Now, for some of you, it's almost like with these two queens, you know better. You know better than to get involved with that, because you see it for what it is. This, I think, is about being honest with yourself and making damn sure that the people that are around you know that too. That, look, you can't treat me that way. But you look fine coming out, but it's interesting to me how your advice is to be the Queen of Swords. Don't be hurting people. And your environment, the Ten of Cups, happiness, beautiful. With the Queen of Cups, yes, being in tune with the emotions that bring you that. And that's all you want to feel. For some of you, you don't want the devil coming into a family situation. Whatever that negative thing was in the past, you're all about you right now and the love that you have for your home, for your family. But for others of you, it's now being aware of what that feels like, what that Ten of Cups can be, right? But the Six of Wands, you're still going to be seen as, yeah, I'm doing the right thing in this situation. And it might require you to be harsh to anything bad coming into your space. Okay, so your hopes and your fears, the Four of Coins of the Four of Pentacles is holding on. And you're not holding on tightly to anything for negative reasons. I think here it's holding on to what's important to you and not letting that go. Like, this is where my happiness lies, and I'm not letting any of that out to anyone or anything that's negative. Now, for others of you, if you've been constantly living and repeating these past feelings over this bad situation, whatever that is, this is you realizing that you've been holding on to that too. Just by holding on tightly to the things that matter to you. So there's this kind of like back and forth with the Four of Pentacles. It's like, well, of course I'm going to hold on to what's important to me. But what facilitated the need for you to do that came from a place that was negative. And again, for me, all I'm getting is it was bad, and that's all you need to know. And then coming out, the Chariot. Moving. Some of you literally moving into a better house or a better situation within your family. But this is big moves, right? And then with the Ace of Wands, it would make sense. This is a new beginning for you to get away from this garbage. Knowing exactly what happiness feels like, but being sure that, your emotions are not going to be pulled back into these negative things, and then coming out with victory, and then the Chariot, willpower and self-control, right? Getting control over the situation. And by doing that, steering it in the right direction. But you do that by getting control over your thoughts and your feelings. And the willpower to do this is what's creating this new beginning too, I think. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Cups. And then you have the Page of Swords. Oh, okay. So the Knight of Cups, this could definitely be somebody coming through, trying to offer you something emotionally, and again, being pulled by your emotions into something that you see literally as the devil. And if you've gone through this experience, I think you're doing the right thing by moving on from it, moving away from it, and creating a better situation for you. This Ace of Wands is a new beginning. You can either repeat the past or you can move on from it, and this is saying you're going. But this was not a good thing here. And then you have the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups. This immediately said to me, no, thank you. I'm happy with what I have right now. That may have been what you wanted before because it's what you were used to. But this is changing because the way that you feel inside is changing. The way that you express love. And the Page of Swords, this is like somebody, you know, using communication techniques to try to get your interest. Because here's the thing with the Page of Swords, it's difficult. The messages that come from the Page of Swords are difficult because it's not the full picture. It requires more information. So this is like only getting half the story, needing to find out more. But if we're looking at a Knight of Cups attached to the Devil with the Page of Swords, no. And for some of you, this is the reason why you're moving, right? Like, what appeared to be something that you might have wanted to follow, especially emotionally, turns out to be a bad thing. The Nine of Cups, you know, changing what brings you happiness, because now you understand what that really feels like. But then something coming back, trying to grab your attention, that's what I feel like. But with the Chariot, no, you have moved so far past this that your only focus is you, your happiness, and the new beginning. And having enough guts to be able to, you know, cut somebody's heart out if you need to with truth, right? She's the truth teller with the venom tongue. But this may be, like I said, for some of you, a situation that you stayed in for way too long. Just be mystery. I'm sorry, Virgo. I can't help it because I can't get away from the whole, it was just bad and that's all you need to know. And then live from your heart. So the things that are a mystery, let them just be. There isn't anything else to figure out here. You already know. But live from your heart, right? But you have to do that from a place where you're being honest with yourself about the things that don't make you happy, that don't bring you this Ten of Cups. Distant thunder, clear the air. Ooh. And then joy and delight, open your heart to joy. Perfect. Say what you need to say and move the hell on. Right? You're not the same person anymore. The past is over with. And whatever this is that may be coming to revisit you, as long as you're keeping your focus on the beginnings that you can be creating for yourself, all you're going to know is absolute happiness. But wow, Virgo, I'm curious to hear what that Devil represents for you.